only gonna see him 2 weeks because right now we just entered a parking garage to the airport, and well, I'm heading off to Brazil for a little bit, but 2 weeks.
Abandon me.
I'm gonna be right back.
Abandon me.
I love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, so bags are in the back. I'm ready to go. Oh my god, I don't like traveling by myself. Like, and I think kind of I'm a little homesick mostly, of wanting to stay home most of the time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. This year has been a year that I've been wanting to stay home a lot, especially because I couldn't spend for 3 months. I wasn't home, and now I'm like, do I have to go? Do I have to travel? Do I have to do this? But I need to go because I need to finish doing some stuff, and yeah, so I'll be right back. It's gonna be a quick little trip for 2 weeks, and this time I am gonna be filming because it's going to be hopefully less stressful than it was in the beginning of this year.
Amen.
He knows all the stress that I had to go through, so. Are you gonna miss me?
No.
Hey, you don't need to be so honest, man. I know you love me. Now, I'll talk to you guys soon. As soon as I finish doing the stuff here at the airport. Look at him. Jonas. Love you. He responded, but it's so loud in here. It's almost time to board my plane. Jonas left. I'm sitting here at the gate. I'm at Terminal A right now. I'm taking a book with me. I'm starting to read Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. And I think it's gonna be like 18 hours until I get to Brazil. I'm gonna get to Brazil tomorrow morning. And thinking about reading and doing some editing while I'm on the plane because I do have like a 9-hour flight. So let's go. I'm also like wearing very simple all black clothes too. Comfy. Good morning. Right now, I'm in São Paulo, the airport, and well, I have a lot to say about Delta. It's not very good because this whole experience was bad. Because I was supposed to actually be already home right now, because right now it's 11. I was supposed to be at my mom's house at 9. But Delta delayed the flight, and I'll tell you the reason why in a few. I'm just gonna drop these off. And then, well, I'll talk to you guys. All right, guys, don't mind my super tired face. Right now, I'm in a lounge area here at Guarulhos Airport. And I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of everything that happened since last night. So, my flight was from Atlanta to Guarulhos, and I got there with plenty of time. Was there, went on a plane, sat down, and my plane was supposed to leave at 7. And then, while we were at the gate, they started announcing that they were willing to pay like $1,000 for anybody who wanted to go on a later flight. So we already knew there was overbooking, and like a few minutes before they started boarding, they offered $1,500. They offered $1,500 for anyone who wanted to get out of the flight. Anyone who didn't have a connection. And like $1,500, come on, for you to get like an international flight. It's like, we should have gone up a little. But then most of us went in pretty quick, and boarding started around like 6:10, and we all boarded pretty sweet and easy. And then the standby line started coming in, and we knew that the flight was going to be full, and it's okay. But then when it started getting closer to 7, I think they overbooked the flight. Literally, they not only put people on standby, but they overbooked a seat. So the person actually went into the flight, and they were sat down on their seat, and then somebody else came in with the same flight number, and that turned into a whole mess. And then the person who was like, okay, so I'm gonna leave, but you have to take my bags out. So our flight was delayed an hour. And I had a 2-hour connection to here in Guarulhos in São Paulo. Then I could get to my city, which is plenty of time. But Delta overbooked. Delta was greedy and overbooked. And they, not only me, but they messed so many people up. And then when we got here, they gave us no assistance. There was a humongous line for us to go through passport control. And because there were other flights that were coming in, flights from Europe, flights from everywhere, Delta was not organized at all on taking out the bags. The bags took a really long time, and then they automatically bumped me from my flight. Delta doesn't fly in my city in Brazil because Delta is an American airline. So Delta has a partnership with LATAM. And then LATAM had a flight that was going to leave São Paulo to my city at 7:45, and I was supposed to get on that flight, and I was going to get to my city at 9:05 in the morning, which is going to be perfect. But because Delta messed up in Atlanta, I missed my connection, and they bumped me to the next flight that leaves São Paulo at 5:20. And I did a complaint because also other stuff that happened during my flight was I have anxiety. I have already talked about I do take anxiety medication for when I have a panic attack. There has already been times where I had like very severe panic attacks. And usually flights trigger my panic attack. Nothing happened. The flight was pretty smooth after that first hurdle. But I started feeling the first symptoms of a panic attack coming on, and I called the flight attendant over and asked her for help because I took my medication, but it takes some time for the medication to kick in, so I was still feeling the symptoms, and I have already had instances that I blacked out while I was having a panic attack. And then the flight attendant simply told me, well, if you want a private space so you can calm down, go to the bathroom, and left. She didn't offer me any water or any other assistance. She just left. And so I didn't want to bother anybody else that was sitting beside me, so I went to the bathroom. And I spent about 10 minutes in there trying to calm myself down, waiting for the medication to kick in. And then I left, and about over an hour later, she came back around to my seat, and she was like, "Oh, are you okay now?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am. Thanks for nothing." So that was also a really horrible experience, and here in Guarulhos, Delta is super disorganized. Although the people on crew for Delta here, they didn't necessarily help me, but they also were not rude, so I don't know if I'm having a good experience with them or not. I'm still kind of processing that. And what they comped me for was 2 meals, and because it was supposed to be a 2-hour overlay, in Sao Paulo, and it became like a 10-hour overlay and layover, and it became a 10-hour layover, and they gave me an entrance to the premium lounge. That's where I am right now, at least, and they gave me like 2 meals. But I just think Delta was super horrible and unprofessional at this point. And I'm very disappointed because I think like Delta used to be a good experience, at least for me. I always had good experiences with them, but this time it was simply not it. Like, if a flight is delayed because of bad weather or somebody's sick, or there's a problem with the aircraft or anything like that, it's okay. It's no problem. But us getting delayed for over an hour because they are disorganized is what I cannot get over. And also the lack of empathy and lack of training for such, it's already hard enough when you have anxiety to ask for help when you need it. But someone being willing to be like, hey, literally I told her, I was like, hey, I'm feeling the panic attack coming on. I took my medication, but I do need like somewhere quiet because there has already been times where I'm like curled up in a ball or like I can't breathe or something, and I don't want to bother the people sitting beside me because they have nothing to do with it. That's my problem. And she just simply told me to go to the bathroom. And when I told customer service here in Guarulhos, the lady was like, I'm shocked because that's not the training. So I don't know what went wrong, because my experience since yesterday from Atlanta to Guarulhos has not been good. But, well, I did. So here I did eat, and well, instead of getting home early to my mom's house early, it's gonna take me a lot longer. But well, I'll show you my view. But I'm very tired. I had another panic attack today, unfortunately, and that was caused because of a lot of things. I get stressed when I'm traveling. I can't travel by myself, but I'm a person who I always plan very well. I look at maps. I try to see like, hey, like I'm probably gonna land in this area. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? And I always try to give myself enough time so I can do things. And the lack of help, the lack of empathy from Delta has been horrible. I did already file a formal complaint, but I also wanted to share with you guys. So be very careful if you're traveling with Delta, especially international. So good morning. Today is Monday, and I'm here at my mom's store. Mom is right there. Malu is right there, and I have someone that I need to introduce you guys to. This is Shenzi. Her name is Shenzi Maria. My mom's name is Maria. And she's my little baby. She's going to be coming home with me to the US. And my mom actually surprised me yesterday with her. I was already planning on, I knew about her, but I was already planning on taking her with me. But I thought that I was only gonna get her later this week. I didn't know that my mom already had her with her. And come here. She is tiny. Hi. And she's the calmest little baby in the world. She's a Shih Tzu, and she's just an angel, yeah. Right? Oh, you're my little baby. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Look at those little paws. Oh, she's excited, and she's so calm, and she's so cute. And she just loves her little toys. She loves it. Yeah, so that's some really big news that I have, and you guys are probably going to be seeing a lot of her. Well, probably forever, because I'm going to be posting about her all the time. Yeah, so I'm super excited. And well, this is just the beginning of the trip.